What's going on, Who Dat Nation? Welcome into another Saints mock draft here from Saints Now by Chat Sports. Wanted to do something a little bit different today. Me and my producer, Loco Lopez, we both ran a mock draft, so we're going to go through both of our picks and see who the better general manager is. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. And without further ado, round one, third overall. The New Orleans Saints at the time of filming this video do hold the third overall selection. And here's what we went with. I went Arvell Reese. Lopez went Jordyn Tyson. I think that Arvell Reese would immediately make a positive impact to the Saints defense. I think they need some dogs. I think they need a dominant force on that side of the football. That's why I went with, in my opinion, the best overall player in college football, Arvell Reese. Lopez, tell me why you went with Jordyn Tyson here.
Don't get me wrong, Arvell Reese, great prospect, but I want to help out my quarterback right now. Let me get a weapon for Tyler Shough. Let me help him be the best him that he can be.
The other thing is, too, if you have a good receiver, if you have all the pieces on the offense, and in a couple years the quarterback situation isn't exactly ideal, you have all the pieces around him, and then you just need to handpick the quarterback, and life's good. So I don't disagree with your pick of Jordyn Tyson. I think Arvell Reese or Jordyn Tyson is the perfect selection in round one. Of course, for what it's worth, we're not trading back. We just wanted to go straight up down this mock draft. So if you're not trading back, either one of these two players, I think, is a home run selection.
And one of the weirder things in my mock draft, I passed on Arvell Reese. He dropped to number 12, which is just not going to happen in real life, but just thought it was something.
Yeah, and then obviously guys are going to want to trade up. There's going to be quarterbacks. There's going to be positions and teams that need specific players or have specific needs, and the Saints could reap the benefits and potentially move out. Again, we didn't decide to trade out in this one because we wanted to keep it simple, but you had to make a selection, number 3 overall. Would you rather draft Arvell Reese or Jordyn Tyson? Let us know in the comment section. Share your thoughts. To be totally honest, I don't think either one of these is a bad pick, but if you're on the clock, you got both of these guys available, which one are you taking? Now, for round 2, 35 overall, I went defense round 1, so I went offense round 2. Lopez, flip-flop. He did the exact same thing, but the opposite side. I went Chris Bell, wide receiver from Louisville, has experience with Tyler Shough. There's a clear connection and clear chemistry there based on their times together at Louisville. But I will tell you right now, I think that Chris Bell is one of those underrated, sneaky good wide receivers, and I would not hate getting Tyler Shough, a guy that he already has chemistry with. I think that this could be a fun addition to the wide receiver room. Lopez, tell us about Joshua Josephs.
I'm looking to create turnovers with Joshua Joseph. Shout out Ross Jackson. Earlier this morning, came across a tweet from him. He called him a strip sack machine for his 35-inch wingspan, whatever it's called, arm length. He knows how to get to the passer. He knows how to force turnovers.
Yeah.
What is the Saints defense not doing right now?
Forcing turnovers and getting to the passer. That's
two birds, one stone.
There you go, and you get it with the same guy. Talking a little bit more about Joshua Joseph, I think he's a dude that Joey Peterson, our volunteers insider, our volunteers guy, I asked him what do you think. He said one word, dog. Pretty good, comparison, or pretty good love that he's getting from our guy Joey Peterson. But for what it's worth, Chris Bell, I know a lot of you guys may not know a ton about him. 72 catches, almost 1,000 yards this season for Louisville. 6 touchdowns, like I said. He has the chemistry. He has the familiarity with Tyler Shough. So maybe this is a player that Kellen Moore talks to his quarterback, says, hey, what are you thinking? Who do you like? What should we do here? What makes you comfortable? 6'2", 220 pounds. Chris Bell could be a really, really good addition to the wide receiver depth chart. Now let's get to round 3, number 67 overall. For what it's worth, we also did this on the PFF mock draft simulator, so wanted to give you guys that information. I went back to defense. Lopez stayed on defense. I went Kamari Ramsey, the safety out of USC. If you're not going to prioritize defensive back and get Caleb Downs in round 1, I think Kamari Ramsey is a phenomenal safety and a guy who could provide a lot of depth to the defensive back area as a whole. And you have decisions to make on some of the guys on the roster. This would be a player that could help you make some of those decisions a little bit easier. So I like Kamari Ramsey, but don't get it twisted. Dante Corleone Lopez might have found a diamond in the rough here.
I need a guy that can help the Saints stuff up the middle. We have not been stopping the run very well. This guy does it at an elite level.
Yep.
He has an 80.0 run defense grade. He knows how to clog the middle. And we need that.
Yeah, you just need to be able to stop it. And no disrespect to Devon Godchaux, but you got to plan for life after him. And you got to have an idea of what you're going to do. And, you do have Vernon Broughton on IR as well. And I think that Dante Corleone could be a really nice addition next to Vernon Broughton, so that we can have a good rotation going in the interior of the defensive line. And for what it's worth, Corleone, Godfather, got to be a good pick right there, right? Come on now. So round 4, we both went running back here. I actually was really interested to see how these two guys stacked up next to each other. I went Damon Claiborne, the running back out of Wake Forest. He's a bruiser. He's somebody that is really, really good when it comes to having contact balance. And I think that he's a player that, quite frankly, could help open up the Saints offense. Lopez, what do you think about Kaytron Allen? Who do we think is the better selection here?
Well, if we look at some stats in a second, I think might agree. I
might
might be the better GM at this.
You might have waxed me on this one. I'm not gonna lie, but look, Kaytron Allen, I think he's a phenomenal player for Penn State. I think he's somebody who's been really, really productive. And one thing about Damon Claiborne that you'll see on your screen here in just 1 second, he provides a little bit more in the receiving department. But both of these players, very, very productive. Lopez, Kaytron Allen, 1,300 yards this year for the Nittany Lions. 15 touchdowns. Dude, we could really use some of that offensive explosiveness in New Orleans.
I could see Kaytron Allen, Kendre Miller being RB1 and 2 for next 5-6 years.
Yeah, have Devin Neal in that mix too. If Kendre Miller goes down with an injury, you got a 3-headed monster right there. I think running back is a little bit of an underrated need for New Orleans. I went Damon Claiborne. Lopez went Kaytron Allen. Stats say that Lopez waxed me on this one, but who do you think was the better running back selection in the 4th round? Let's keep this thing going. You got another pick in the 4th round. I went DJ Campbell, the guard. That's not Bray Hubbard. Hold on. That's not Bray Hubbard. Is it Bray Hubbard? That is Bray Hubbard. I'm not right now years old when I learned that's what Bray Hubbard looks like. Bray Hubbard. He is the safety out of Alabama. I went with DJ Campbell. Trizy doesn't know ball. I can't believe I didn't know what Bray Hubbard looked like. But I wanted to go ahead and add a little bit of depth in the interior offensive line. In my opinion, I think you got your bookend tackles. Kelvin Banks, Talese Fuaga, Eric McCoy, one of the best centers in the league when he's healthy. But Cesar Ruiz, Dylan Radin / used to be Trevor Penning. The guard situation has been really frustrating. I wanted to add a little bit of depth there, and I would also address this position in free agency. Lopez went with Bray Hubbard, potentially an exciting white in New Orleans.
Yeah, we need an exciting white, as some would call it. But
I'm going to be, hand to God, I did not know Bray Hubbard was white.
I didn't know it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, my bad. That's on me.
But yeah, with this pick, I'm kind of planning for the post-Justin Reed era.
Yeah.
And he might have 1, maybe 2 more years in New Orleans. I think 2 might be pushing it.
Sure.
But I think Bray Hubbard, Jonas Sanker, they could be our future safeties long term.
Look, Bray Hubbard, elite when it comes to stopping the run, elite in coverage. He's put up some really, really nice tape. He lines up everywhere for the Crimson Tide defense. I think that he's somebody that could provide a little bit of versatility and provide something to the Saints defense that, quite frankly, could be better in terms of playmaking ability, in terms of depth, in terms of versatility. You got some guys there, but, I think Bray Hubbard could help you get younger, cheaper, and provide some of that experience, or not experience, but provide some of the skills that some of the other guys on the roster have, like a Jordan Howden, like a Justin Reed. I think that he's somebody who could be a nice rotation next to Jonas Sanker for the foreseeable future.
And some would say he has the intangibles that, you're really just looking for in your team.
All right, that's ridiculous. You know what else is ridiculous? The sale that we have going on for some jerseys. The holidays right around the corner, and I know you need to get some gifts for a loved one, whether it's friends, family members, significant others, your homie, your roommate. I don't really care. I know that your boys and your girls and your homies all need some new Saints jerseys. We got a collection on sale. If you go to chatsports.com/Saints jerseys, click the link in the comments or description of this video. We got men's, women's, children's sizes. We got all sorts of color schemes. We got the gold, the home, the away, the color rush, the throwbacks, whatever you want. We got it. Click the link down below to get yourself some new jerseys for the holiday season, because it will be here before you know it. Alrighty, let's keep this thing rocking and rolling. So, familiar face here. I went DJ Branch last pick. You went with him this pick. I went wide receiver Zachariah Branch this selection. Let's talk about it. Lopez.
He is very explosive. I would be very excited if he was in this offense.
I'm going to keep it real with you. That's why I went ahead and prioritized DJ Campbell. I was like, Got to get somebody in the trenches. Hopefully Branch falls. He did. I pounced on that selection. I think that he could take the top off of the Saints defense or Saints offense at any time. And quite frankly, he's somebody who could open up the playbook. He's somebody who could score from anywhere on the field. And honestly, I would really, really like to get just more weapons on this offense for Tyler Shough for the immediate future. And then for the long term, maybe it's Shough, maybe it's somebody else, but you got to have some guys on the offense that can help score and move the ball around. What you think about DJ Campbell? You got him better value than I did.
Correct me if I'm wrong real quick. This is your first receiver that you've gotten.
Is it the first receiver?
No,
Chris Bell. I went Chris Bell.
You're right. Okay.
I went Chris Bell round 2.
Okay.
But look, you get Chris Bell, you get another explosive player like Zachariah Branch. I don't mind double dipping at wide receiver here.
I'm all for helping Tyler Shough. We'll see this in the next round when I may or may not have gone another receiver.
Another receiver.
Sneak peek.
Okay, we'll talk about it. But yeah, I think Zachariah Branch is a player that definitely could be helpful on the Saints offense. And quite frankly, Kellen Moore needs weapons. He needs dudes that he can get creative and open up his playbook and run with it. And I think Zachariah Branch could be a young, cheap weapon. And hell, at round 5, 142 overall, that's awesome value, I think, for both of these players for that matter.
Oh, 100%. You can't complain about it. Zachariah Branch either adding an explosive weapon to that offense, or DJ Campbell, you're adding depth at a position where you're really struggling right now.
Yeah, I think that we both nailed this selection right here. I am really excited about our other 5th-round picks, though, because I think these ones are awesome. Let me tell you about this guy. Malachi Lawrence. He is a player that a lot of y'all may not know a ton about. He's an edge rusher out of UCF. Let me give you guys some information on this guy. 7 sacks this year. He has a grand total of 28 tackles, 11 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles. He is somebody that, in 3 pass breakups, by the way. I think that he's somebody that could be awesome on this defense. Kind of your Cam Jordan replacement, gives you that extra depth, gives you the ability to move off of Carl Granderson, and you, more importantly, get a guy opposite of Chase Young, who is right now your perennial leading edge rusher, as he should be. He's making the money to do that. But honestly, call me crazy, I think Carl Granderson has kind of taken some steps back. I don't think he's been amazing in this second stretch of the season. So Malachi Lawrence, to me, is somebody that I think could immediately help out the defense. But Nick Harbor, very popular pick in our mock drafts here.
Yes. I don't want to be disrespectful when I say this. He might be the Temu version of Zachariah Branch. I just got him around later.
Not a bad pick.
Athletically, Nick Harbor has all the gifts. You're going to see him shine at the NFL Combine.
Yep.
It's, can you use that all on the field?
Yep.
Because coming into the season, a lot of people were thinking he could work his way into a late 1st round, early 2nd round draft pick. It has not come to that.
Sure. And I think that with him, the size, the athleticism, the explosive ability, it's very DK Metcalf-esque. And I'm not saying he is DK Metcalf, but I think that that's a comp that he'll get a lot of. And I think for that reason, there will be coaches and GMs and quarterbacks and NFL personnel who will fall in love with him because of his combine workouts. I think he will be a combine warrior.
He has everything that he needs to be elite at the next level.
For sure.
Now, will he be able to do it? That's another thing.
Sure.
That's why he's fallen to the 5th round.
I think that's totally fair.
But take a flyer on him at this point?
I mean, it's a 5th-round pick. If you're getting a receiver who can put 618 yards up a game, or 618 yards and 20.6 yards per catch, like, come on. 20 yards per catch is ridiculous. And for what it's worth, you got to replace your Rashid Shaheed thing. You got to have your downfield stretcher opens things up, whether that's Chris Olave, whether it's Nick Harbor. Doesn't really matter, but I honestly think that either one of these receivers would be a home run selection.
Oh, yeah. And worst come to worst with Harbor, you can at least put a punt return or kick return or get
something.
He can do something.
He can do something.
He can use his speed. I want to say he has a track background.
Yeah, track background. I believe he's an All-American in track. So, I mean, he's somebody that definitely could help out this Saints offense. And quite frankly, as we've said throughout this video multiple times, you just need weapons. You just need guys who can help the offense. You need guys who can make plays. And quite frankly, I think Nick Harbor or Zachariah Branch could both be a good selection. But which wide receiver was the better pick? Now let's get to our last selection here for the 2026 NFL mock draft. Me and Lopez, little mock draft battle. I went Tanner Koziol, the tight end out of Houston, a little bit of a do-it-all kind of guy. Has spent some time at a couple different stops, but he's somebody that I personally believe is a tight end in the 6th round Not a bad selection. His size profile is absolutely insane, by the way. We'll take a look at his stats here in a second. But before we do that, Cole Brevard would be a nice guy on the interior defensive line.
He's another run stuffer that we need on this team. We need to clog all the holes that we have.
I have a question. What do we suck at stopping?
Ooh, the run.
Bingo. Let's go ahead and add another run stopper here. But with Tanner Koziol, look, I'm going to go ahead and make a case for this player. Again, bear in mind, 6th-round pick. Maybe you could have gone like a Max Clare or Jack Endries, Kenyon Sadiq, Eli Stowers early on. 6'7", 240 pounds. Lopez is doing this in the camera behind the scenes. Are you kidding me? Are you telling me that a team that struggles in the red zone, that is absolutely like historically bad inside the 20, you're telling me we couldn't benefit from having a 6'7", 240-pound pass catcher? I think we could.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Oh my gosh, call me crazy. Maybe this would be a pick that could help out. I don't know.
Common sense says that should help.
It should. It should help. Yeah, I think Tanner Koziol could be an interesting selection for the New Orleans Saints. Again, 6th-round pick, so not a bad selection in my personal opinion. Of course, there's other guys out there, but I don't think it's a bad one. Now, let's recap my mock draft, and then we'll recap Lopez's mock draft. I started off with Arvell Reese, went Chris Bell, Kamari Ramsey, Damon Claiborne, DJ Campbell, Zachariah Branch, Malachi Lawrence, and finished off with Tanner Koziol. If you think I had the better mock draft, shout out Trizy in the comment section. Lopez, he went with Jordyn Tyson, Joshua Josephs, Dante Corleone, Katron Allen, Bray Hubbard, DJ Campbell, Nick Harbor, and Cole Brevard. If you think Lopez had a better mock draft, who's the better GM? Comment below, Trizy or Loco Lopez. Appreciate you guys for tuning into this edition of Saints Now by Chat Sports. Had a really good time doing a little bit of a different mock draft than we typically do. So if you want more content like this, let us know in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up icon. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports. Got content coming at you all throughout the weekend. Plus, we will be live on game day for Saints vs. Buccaneers. We will see you there, and y'all stay golden.